Hello, everybody. Melissa here. So I am so excited that enrollment for my group program, Joyful Transformation, is now open. Enrollment is open through next Wednesday, January 16th. And I want to take just a second for those of you who are new to me or new to my work, or maybe just have some questions about the group program. I want to give you guys a quick little overview and sneak peek at what we got going on. So if you've been following me for a while, you might know that last year I ran this program and it was actually 6 weeks. And I ran it several times, 3 or 4 times. And through that process, I learned so much. I continued to learn a lot about the topics I was teaching and a lot from the participants that went through the program. And so going forward into this year, I actually extended it out a little bit. It's now an 8-week program. And I can't tell you how excited I am about this. I really believe with all my heart that this can be a game changer, not just for weight loss, but really for just learning tools that can really, really change your mindset around your relationship with food, your relationship with your body, your relationship with your weight. It's so different than what anybody else is teaching, I think, in terms of your traditional diets and those types of things. So who is this program for? Let me start there. This program is for women, specifically women who want to lose weight, but maybe feel very discouraged, maybe feel like it's not possible for them because they have either struggled with this their whole life or have tried a bunch of other diets that either didn't work or worked temporarily. This is for women who feel like they're constantly ping-ponging back and forth between being the good girl and being in sort of a state of total indulgence and feeling like there's really not an in-between, right? We're either feeling deprived, but we're being good, or we're over here and we're in indulgence and we're feeling bad and we're having these consequences of weight gain and we feel like there's no middle ground, right? I'm going to teach you this beautiful, healthy middle ground space. This is for women who feel like the relationship with food is not in a good place and they want to take back their power. And I teach you how to do that in such a great way that doesn't require willpower. And again, what I call the gold star system, right? Of just like, these are the rules and you have to follow them to be good. That is not what this program is about. This program is for women who really want to understand for themselves how the body works, why we gain weight, really, how the hormones come into play with that, the interactions of the food we eat to our body, and how we can start to reverse that system in a way that's really doable and incredibly sustainable. This is also for women who are wanting to understand more of the interaction with food and our mind and our emotions, how our brain sometimes meaning well can trip us up, and how once we understand all those different mechanisms that are going on, then how we can start to reverse that in a way that, again, doesn't require guilt and shame and beating ourselves up and feeling like we're constantly going through a state of deprivation. My main goal for my clients and for my group participants is to give you a sense of power, to give you your power back. Because a lot of times what happens is we feel like we are acting against our own will. We're wanting to make changes, but then we feel like we can't do it, and then we're kind of suffering the consequences. So again, we're kind of trying to be really good, and we're going over here, and we're willpowering our way, but we feel kind of miserable, and food still has a lot of power over us. And then we finally give up, and we sort of fall back into this state of, you know, total indulgence, and that also doesn't feel good. It also feels like food has all this power, and then of course we're getting those negative consequences that we don't want. So again, this is a third path. This is a different way. This is something that's probably very different than anything you've heard, but it is incredibly powerful. I've seen it work amazingly, not just in my own life, but in my clients' lives, in the group participants that have come in and really gotten on board with this. They've just had amazing results. So let me really quick give you a sneak peek. I'm going to do a screen share here and show you what the program is about. So as I said, it's an 8-week long program. With this, you will have access to this curriculum. There is a lot of amazing information in here. You will also have a private Facebook group where I can go in and do Facebook Lives, Q&As, obviously share recipes and other things that can help you on your journey, okay? So the first tab here you'll see is just an overview and getting started. I walk you through how to set some good goals for yourself as you get started on this journey. And then this is our curriculum. So in the first week, we really focus in on mindful eating and managing hunger. This is so important because if we don't know how to manage our hunger, and if we have certain thoughts about that, and or we're disconnected from our body, we've sort of lost touch, so to speak, with ourselves, the first thing we want to do is reconnect to ourselves, learn how to listen to our body, and really understand what's going on, okay? The second thing we talk about in week 2 is really just the nuts and bolts of like, what are we supposed to eat to lose weight? What role do the hormones play in this? And I teach you how when we start to regulate our hormones and we start to get everything back to where it's supposed to be, weight loss actually becomes so much easier. I start to teach you how to get into a state we call fat adaptation, which means your body can burn its own fat for fuel more often, and how we really feel so much better when our body's able to do that, how to do that. So this is a week where we just really learn the physiology of weight loss. And it's not about counting calories or cutting carbs or any of that kind of stuff, okay? Now, as many of us know, it's not just about physiological hunger. Oftentimes, the things we're choosing to eat have to do with urges and cravings and those types of things. So in week 3, we're going to talk about how to really deal with that without using willpower. What's going on in our brain? Why do we want sugar so much, or chips, or whatever it is? Why do we crave those things? What's going on? I promise you, it's not because something's wrong with you. In fact, everything's working exactly as it should. But once we understand it, then we can put some strategies in to start to overcome it. And so what I teach my clients is, you're not going to be going through life willpowering and having this list of things you're not supposed to be eating and things that are okay to eat. It's a totally different way to approach it, where you really do get back your power. In week 4, we talk about the power of planning. I teach you how planning is really just your current self taking care of your future self, and how to do that in a way that really serves you. It makes your life so much easier. And in that week also, you start to create your own protocol. That's what I love about this program. It's not me giving you a specific diet. I'm going to give you lots of great information, but then you ultimately get to take that and create a diet protocol that works for you, your family, your life, your budget, all of that. So I'll definitely walk you through that process, but you're going to come out of this 8 weeks with such a good understanding of what works for you and your body and your goals. Okay. Week number 5, my favorite week, we talk about catching thoughts and generating motivation. So we really learn here how what we're thinking and what we believe is the driving force behind the results that we're getting, and then how we can change that. This is so much fun. I love teaching this, and how to generate the emotions that help us get to our goal. So if we are feeling motivated and excited and inspired, we're more likely to take the actions we need to take. So I'm going to teach you how to do that. We don't even talk about exercise until week number 6, because you actually don't have to exercise to lose weight. But of course, there's many wonderful benefits to exercise. So we're going to talk then, once we kind of get this nice foundation with the diet down, how to implement exercise in if you want to do that, and some of the benefits of doing that. Week number 7 is another really fun week. We talk about optimizing your eating plan. So in this week, I talk about things like intermittent fasting. I introduce that concept to you. I talk about the different somatotypes or body types. Ectomorph, mesomorph, and endomorph. You get to take a quiz to kind of see where you are. And then we talk about the different macronutrients and some tweaks you can make with that to really optimize your diet. It's all very simple, but they're just some fun concepts that can kind of help you take things to the next level and feel really great about your eating protocol. And then we finish out in week number 8 talking about self-care. Self-care is so much more than just, getting a manicure, or taking a bubble bath, or getting a massage, right? Self-care can actually be tough, because it's really about doing the best things for ourselves on a consistent basis. It's about showing up for ourselves. It's about practicing self-integrity. So we talk about the importance of that, and I will share with you what I think the most important form of self-care is, and then future focus, where to go from here, and how to really deal with this new version of you. So that is what the program is about. I'm, again, so excited about it. I feel like I have spent 15 years in this industry, and I've had so much information, but I always felt like there was a little bit like a missing link, right? I was like, what is that thing that can really help people take this information and actually implement it, right? Because it's one thing to know what to do, and it's another thing to actually feel like you can do it, and do it in a way that feels good, not where you're just, again, trying to white knuckle and willpower your way through it, right? I wanted something that helped women feel so good about themselves on every level, And again, just to feel so empowered in their journey, because everybody's journey is different. And ultimately, you are the expert of you. So I have so much to share. I'm so excited about this. I cannot wait for the next group of women to go through this. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'm doing strategy calls this week. So if you want to hop on the phone with me, ask me questions, you can do that. You can shoot me an email or reach out to me through Facebook or Instagram. But again, I'm so excited. If you feel like this would be a good fit for you, I would absolutely love to have you in the program. So I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.
What's up, everybody? Hello. I'm going to sound like an idiot.
Hello, everybody. Melissa here.
Guys, a sneak peek, so to speak,